What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to go over the best settings. Now, I've looked at a bunch of different YouTubers and pro players and then kind of have customized it to my own liking, if you will. So we're going to jump into it and try and do it fast so that this isn't like a 20-minute video. Now, I play on controller, so we're just going to start here. And again, I'm just going to try and give you the best settings that you could possibly use. Sensitivity is custom. I'll probably make a video going over this at some point. I already have one, but yeah, so we have actually adjusted to 1.5 and 1.5. I think anywhere between like 1.4 and like 1.7 is about where most people are. So if you're a little higher, a little lower, again, this is kind of preference, but I would go with somewhere around there. Now, I have a controller with little like paddles on the back, so I have default, but you can definitely customize your button layout to make it like really solid. So don't really use that. I mean, that's kind of whatever you want. Again, I have this off. You wouldn't want this on as a more competitive player. That would just kind of affect you. So we're just going to kind of bump through most of these that aren't really important. I think vibration is on. I don't even know what more does. Okay. But there's no reason to have vibration on. It's just going to affect your aim. And like, yeah, like it's just going to vibrate a little bit, which could adjust your thumb a little bit. There's no reason to really have vibration on. If you want to get better, you should learn how to do that. Dead zones, again, is going to be based on you, but you want to have the minimums. These are mine, but again, I wouldn't copy. I would just put left stick as low as you can. And then this, again, you could maybe even, I was playing Squid Game, so these are kind of off. But I do get a little bit of stick drift. So, I mean, again, if you could put those somewhere like around 5 and like your character doesn't just like naturally drift, I would definitely do that. I have trigger stops. So again, these don't matter, but this is how far you have to press your trigger before you get a reaction, right? So like you could barely tap it and your thing would start shooting. I just have mine on 13 because of my trigger stops. But again, if you don't have trigger stops, meaning that your trigger presses all the way down like a normal controller, go ahead and put that a little bit lower. So that's pretty much it for those, but definitely mess with your dead zones if you have not yet. Okay, aiming, I have a little bit of custom, again, somewhere between 0.8 and 1.1, 1.2 is where I've seen kind of pros be. So I don't know, again, kind of custom. The sensitivities are going to be really based on what you like. Aim assist, I would definitely have on. Both of these I don't really mess with. I don't think most people do. I, however, have the advanced settings, and yeah, I think that these are kind of what I've liked. Now, these are a little bit different. I prefer after zooming. I think most people have gradual. I hate gradual. I hate gradual. I hate instant. I like after zooming. Like, I want to have that sensitivity until like I'm all the way zoomed in. So again, that's what I do on this one. I don't want to make the video too long, but I think a lot of people have gradual. I like after zoom. I've really tried on both of them and just personal preference, don't like it. And then aim curve, I have on linear, and that's kind of where I'm at there. All right, but yeah, I have mine on linear. Some people go standard or dynamic. I just prefer linear. I feel like the aim assist is way stronger on linear. Try it for like a game or two. I think most things take like 1 to 3 games to really figure out. Probably even more than that, but these are mine. I go 0.85, 0.85. To be honest, I haven't even really messed with this, but I think this is for iron sights and red dot, and then I think that's just a slightly bigger zoom, but just in case, I just go 0.5, 0.5 just to keep them similar, and then I don't really be messing with anything else. But you could like have your sniper sense like way higher if you wanted to. I would probably do that. Okay, let's jump to movement here. Tactical sprint assist, just absolutely like a must. Sprint delay, always down to 0. And then both of these are on. Mantling assist, I have off. Crouch assist, off. Corner slide, off. Slide behavior hybrid, I believe that's like the consensus. Like that is the one. Haven't messed with it too much. Just kind of said, okay, that must be good. Sprint restore on and slide mantle sprint on. Don't really mess with anything else too much here. I just don't think there's anything I really need to play with there. But if you're a Warzone player, you might have to adjust it. Aim down sight behavior, you could toggle like tap I think that's dumb. I don't know. Maybe some people like that though. I have hold, but again, this would mean like you click your trigger and then click your trigger to unaim. So click your trigger, aims in, unclick, unzooms. But yeah, hold just is hold it down, aim in, unpress your trigger, aim out, right? All these are pretty much, I'll just kind of run through these. ADS plus melee, hold the melee. You could also put it in your weapon cycle, so you press Y, and then you get your secondary, press Y again, you get your knife, but I'll just press and hold to pull my knife out. All right, body shield / finishing move. This is when you grab somebody and you can put them in a corner and just hump them, which apparently is really popular in this game. But yeah, so you can prioritize that. I actually want to prioritize body shield in ranked. I think that's actually going to be better that you can hold somebody for a while. Armor plates we don't really do. None of this I think really matters, but you can copy whatever you want. Scoreboard, toggle. You could also press hold if you want. I just tap, see the scoreboard, untap. Overlay advanced settings. Again, these are what I have, but you could kind of adjust whatever you want. All right, but yeah, overlay advanced settings, haven't messed with these at all. I don't think most people talk about those, but that is all for the controller settings. Graphics, now these are very customizable, so we're not going to spend a lot of time as it's going to depend on you. So full screen borderless is really good. I do different things depending on if I'm recording, because like some of my things are hard, but I think that's good. I don't think you have to deal with that on Xbox. That's just my monitor that it shows up on. This is just my graphics card, which probably needs to be upgraded because I can't hardly do anything. Aspect ratio, I know some people play like different things there. Again, I kind of just go standard, but you probably do whatever you want. These are all kind of custom. I don't think any of this matters. Again, these are all how you want to set it up. I go slightly on the brighter side, but up to you. None of these. Oh, both of my V-Syncs are off. I think that does help with frames. Custom frames, I just have mine as high as possible just because like, or this is what kind of works for me, as high as I can kind of go. But yeah, I would copy these because I think I copied somebody's that was quite good at the game. So that's kind of my thought process on that. I literally don't know too much about this and haven't focused too much on the different graphics. I'm not a big computer guy. But yeah, if you want to copy all these, again, textures very low. Again, the idea is as low as possible, get more frames, focus on shooting. So maybe your game looks a little less quality, but these are like optimal for like best performance that you can do. And I don't know if these are on Xbox, so you can just pause as you want to go and see anything that matters. Again, this just shows no bullets show up, whatever, just because, again, we're playing on the lowest thing here. So I'll try and kind of let you guys, if you care about it, but pretty much just going very low. If you can play the game on 60 frames or whatever on console, you can have all these on. If you want them on, great. I just kind of like to have mine as low as possible, so that, you know, things work a little bit better. Field of view, this one is pretty important again. Under graphics, under view, I would go 100. Some people go 120. I tried to go 120. You could probably even go maybe a little less than that, or just like a little bit more. I know a lot of pros play on 105, so maybe try that. I have mine on affected, and then we have the field of view under wide. Third person is going to be 90 as well, but don't really play on that. Let's see. Motion, world blur, these are important. You definitely want to have world motion blur off, and weapon motion blur is also off. Those are really kind of the only super important ones. And then I just have my inverted flashbang off as well. And then I don't really mess with the benchmark at all. Audio, these are the best audio settings that I could find that make me feel like I can hear footsteps the best. So game volume is on 100, but I have game music down to 12 because like I don't want to hear the music in the game. The dialogue is 44. You probably could turn that down a little bit. These are like footsteps and different noises there. Both of those are as high as possible. These are just the settings that I have. So I don't have any of that. Sucker Punch seems like the best audio setting that you can do for like footsteps, so you can hear when people are coming. And then I will kind of let you guys copy this. These are the settings I use on both sides, so left and right. So just pause if you want those. But those are really good for like setting for like footsteps. That's what I found to work. Somebody else found that though. All right, and then voice chat. These are just kind of where I have mine, mostly custom there, but you guys can use whatever you kind of want. I want my microphone to be as loud as possible. All right, moving down to interface. This is the only other kind of important one. If you guys want to just pause and copy all of these, nothing really matters over here. This is kind of what I have as far as these go. Haven't really messed with these, but game HUD is kind of what's important here. So my HUD preset is kind of what I have on standard, but I've changed my mini map to square, which basically tells you whether you're a good player or not. Mini map rotation is on, radar is off. Compass type, I have just regular, the default mini map. Fades after 10 seconds. Again, I don't really play with this. And player names is just on full. Crosshair is a little bit more custom. Again, this is another important one. I've changed mine to be like this color right here, so that when you're seeing it in game, this is what it looks like. You can change whatever you want, but these are kind of where I would recommend you're at here. So either you get a dot or you don't. Left side, mine is right now just on the right side. And that is pretty much all I have for those. Everything else is default. I've just pretty much changed my crosshair to be, again, like an aqua color, just so it stands out a little bit more.